And welcome to the Class 6A quarterfinals here at a brand new school, Piper High School, in, well, we call this North San Antonio or Bulverde, or where I don't know what we'll call this area, but we're here for a big-time game, third round of the playoff between the hometown Rangers of Smithson Valley, and the visiting team on the scoreboard will be San Antonio Reagan High School. Reagan comes in with a record of 18-3-3 on the season. They won District 26 6A with a 13-0-3 record. Smithson Valley, as you know, a season of 22-2-1. They won District 26 6A 12-1-1. A couple of playoff wins for the Rangers. They beat Brandeis 2-1. And then Tuesday night, won up in Buda Hayes over Westlake 1-0, and that was in a shootout where they won 4-3 in the shootout after going scoreless during regulation and then into the overtime period. So head coach Eric Nichols and the Rangers get ready to take on head coach Gillip Villarreal and the Rattlers of Reagan High School. And we'll have it here on the Ranger Network tonight. Good evening, everyone. My name's Tony Brubaker. We'll be bringing you all the action as our camera folks will do the marvelous job that they always do, bringing you all the goals scored for each team, and we hope more for the Rangers than for the Rattlers, don't we? The Rangers come in, as I mentioned, 22-2-1. Just have rolled off a number of wins and a lot of success behind a couple of seniors. Brad Dildy, the leading scorer on the team, and he leads the way with 42 goals on the season. That is a remarkable number. Another senior, Danny McKeague, has 16 goals and 13 assists. Brad has 11 assists to go with those 42 goals, but it's been a team effort, and they all seem to work well together and have this year. In the goal tonight, Cole Hansen, giving up less than a goal per game, and has done a marvelous job all season long. He is a senior as well. Will be an interesting game. The Rangers over the last 6 years, 88, 27, and 13. That's under Eric Nichols, Coach Villarreal of Reagan. Over the last 6 years, they're 84, 27, and 21. So both teams have had a lot of success over the past decade plus. So the Rangers have broken their huddle, as you see, on a sunny Friday night. April 1st, by the way, no April Fool's jokes here. I don't think Bo's going to pull any on me, so we won't pull any on you. But the Rangers and the Rattlers have the visiting team on the scoreboard. The Rattlers will get to start things off. Waiting for our officials' whistle, and there it goes. A big kick for the Rattlers that's headed back towards midfield, as both teams will feel each other out here in the early going, trying to see what they can get going as the Rangers take it up the far sideline, and it goes out of play for the Rattlers. The side throw in. Contested there. And Reagan knocks it out of play for the Rangers to throw it in. A little bit of sun still on the field, most of it on the far sideline, as the Rangers continue to see what they can do. A lot of contact out there right now. And they say the ball is out of play off of the Rangers. Interesting as we go. Those of you who are soccer fans know how physical it can be, and there was a lot of physicality right there as the players fought forward on the far sideline. Rattlers now move it to the near sideline. Bad pass kicks it out of play. The Rangers want to put it back in quickly. Mosley tosses it. Everts now on the sideline is Franz. Beats his man. Beats another. Continues up the sideline. Wants to center it towards the corner, and it'll be out on the Rattlers, and that should be a corner kick for Smithson Valley. So good offense right off the bat. by Alex Franz, a senior for the Rangers. The flag is down in the corner. Looks like Capetillo will put a foot to the corner kick. Centered toward the middle, but the wind kind of pushes it. Or maybe he was playing for him. There's a kick on goal. That one by Jax Atkins that just went on this side of the goal. And just outside the near pole. And their keeper, Samuel Betancourt, will put a shoe to it and put it in play. Ball near midfield. Now here come the Rattlers. Dominich sends it wide to the far side. Rangers double team. And Rangers will have a throw in. Pass comes in, a header, and then an over play, and the Rattlers come back with it. They want to run, but the Rangers slow that down and get defensive control. Sliding kick puts it back into Rattler territory, and they kick it out of play. So there'll be a throw in from the far side by Michael Moths. Actually, he'll defer. Rangers fight with it right there on the sideline. I think it goes off the Rangers last, so it'll be a Rattler throw in. Loose ball fought for. Little give and go by the Rattlers up the near sideline. Rangers sniff it out. A lot of ball handling. Out off Reagan. Franz will toss it in. High arching throw. Reagan knocks it away. Tries to pop it up near their bench, and they can't. Yeah, they do save it in play. Rattlers on the move. Phelan has a kick towards the goal, but carried wide and out of play off the Rangers, so the Rattlers will have a corner kick from the near corner. And it'll be the left-footed kick of Aiden Phelan towards the net. Out in front, they trying to turn it around. Shot goes off the post, and the Rangers dodge a bullet there. It'll be a Rattler throw-in from the far sideline. But that kick was a good one by Dominich. Off the pole, then off the keeper. And then Gelson tries to clear it and does off the far sideline where the Rattlers will throw it in. 6 minutes in, still no score, but the Rattlers have had the best opportunity thus far. There's a nice throw-in in front of the net, headed out by the Rangers. Moths fights for it, but the Rattlers end up with the ball just inside the 10. And they score. Nice give and go right in front of the net as they work teamwork to get the first goal of the game at 33-40. Not sure if it was Minnick or Dominich who got the goal. But Reagan goes up 1-0. at the 33-40 mark of the first half, pardon me. Well, that looked like it was Pato Tenorio. And we're back underway. Smithson Valley a little shell-shocked from the early goal. These two teams played right at the beginning of the year, and Reagan beat Smithson Valley 5-0, but that was a long time ago, according to both coaches. Smithson Valley will have a throw-in. Mosley will do the duties. Throws it beyond Jax Atkins, though, and it'll be a goal kick for the Rattlers. So it's a 1-0 lead. Reagan on top. They get the early goal on some work in front of the net and just good teamwork. Ball is saved from the sideline. Now the Rangers try to bring it up. They kick it ahead. Trying to chase it down is Moths, and he gets tackled right near the corner, and I believe that'll be a corner kick for the Rangers. Work by Logan Redmond to put the Ranger on his backside there. So the corner kick, a left-footed one, angling towards the goal. Keeper gets a hand on it. Reagan tries to kick it out, and they'll clear it, and it'll go out of play just beyond the 25-yard line. So it'll be a throw-in for Smithson Valley. Franz trying to run it down with a shove was Mosley, and that means that'll be a free kick for the Rangers somewhere near the 20-yard line, I'd guess maybe the 25. So Franz will have a free kick. Every one of the Rangers trying to stay on side. Here comes the kick. Everybody on the move. Looping kick headed out by Reagan. And they'll try to take it up the far sideline. On the chase are a couple of Rangers. And the Rangers get it away, but it'll go off the Rangers, out of play on the far sideline. Both teams playing hard. Just over 9 minutes into the match. Reagan has the only goal on some passing right in front of the net and a good hard kick. Two teams fight for it out near the 20 on the far side. And Reagan will have a throw in there. Smithson Valley won 4-3 on their shootout again up in Hayes against Westlake, and there's a ball in front of the net again. Reagan continuing to put the pressure on. Now the defense finally clears it a little bit. The two wins in the playoffs for Reagan, they beat New Braunfels 5-0, then they beat Austin Bowie 3-0. So they're on a roll. The common opponent the two teams have played, Reagan has tied Brandeis twice, 2-2. They're in the same district. Smithson Valley's first win in the playoffs was 2-1 over Brandeis. Play continues on the Reagan side of the field. Now inside the 20. Smithson Valley defense trying to clear it but can't. On the move, here comes Reagan, and then a slide tackle will be a corner kick. Smithson Valley player not real happy, saying that was not off of him. Greg Gelson did a nice job trying to kick it off of the leg of Dominich, but they'll have a corner kick, and here it comes. This one's too high and too far, headed out by the Rangers, but saved by the Rattlers. And there's a kick on goal from right in front of the net from about the 20-yard line that goes far to the right of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for Smithson Valley. See on the replay, it missed the net by several yards. Goal kick from Hansen. A lot of contact at midfield. These two teams are fighting for it now. Left-footed kick tries to lead one of the Rangers, but it'll go out of play. Can't criticize the effort of any one of these players out on the field right now, and there's been one or two subs so far because everybody's playing hard and playing physical, and right now Reagan has a 1-0 lead. Goal kick to come. Rangers headed back, but out of play. That was Mosley hoping to get a better result out of that, and the Rangers throw it in and get a head up and start to move, but the Rangers are there to kick it back. Mosley saves it. The Rattlers then try to take it away. A couple of Rangers come up with it. That's Atkins. Kicks it up ahead, trying to save it. Rangers continue. I don't have a 20 on any of my Ranger rosters, and there's a 20 out there right now, so I'm not sure who that is. Maybe we'll find out a little bit later, but the Rangers continue to battle. Ball on the far sideline. Centered toward the middle, but overkicked one of the Rattlers. Ball angles towards the near sideline where both teams fight for it, and the Rattlers hit it out. Franz just on this side of midfield. Atkins was trying to receive a pass, holding off his defender. Franz looks like he's ready to throw it in again. Goes over the top. Good catch. That's Deldy. He works, tries to center it, and it gets off of a Rattler, and that'll be a corner kick for the Rangers. Corner kick again seems to be too high. It's over the net. Rattlers get a head on it to clear it, but the Rangers chase it down. Now the Rattlers are on the move. The ball's loose, going towards midfield. Rattler defenders are there. The Rattler ends up getting knocked down and asking for a call, but there was no whistle. Rangers work. Try to center it. Near sideline. Rattlers beat us to it. But the Rangers come back and continue to work. Pass ahead. Will go out of play. Number 20, Xavier Polindo. I get word, so we'll know who he is from now on. That'll be a Ranger throw in. Mosley. Knocked out again by Reagan. We've thought the times we've seen the Rangers, their defense has been pretty good, but right now this these Rattler defense is awfully good as well. Polindo tried to head it back to a teammate. Dildy now has it in front of the goal, tries a kick with his left foot, and it's saved by Samuel Betancourt. Rattlers work on the run. Now we've knocked somebody over with a shove that time and didn't get a whistle. Rangers need to turn it around and get it going the other way. The defense continues to work. Capetillo in the middle. Now they've cleared it. Dildy works. Gives it to Mosley. Wants to send it to the far side. Kick over the top. Aiming for a Ranger on the run. Looked like Franz, but the Rattlers steal it, and they turn the other way in a hurry. Going across midfield. Trying to give and go. Suckow has it. Now centers it. On the run is Phelan. Sends it to Suckow on the move, and the Rangers thwart that one and kick it out of play on the near sideline. Good job by the defense getting back that time and stopping anything they had going. Franz among those back there. So a throw in from the near sideline. Throws it straight in front of the goal, but the wind kind of takes it away. We've got a strong south wind. This field runs basically south to north from right to left. There was Hansen came out and got a piece of that one. Dildy gets knocked down. Oh, and they call that one. Oh, my. We've seen two Rattlers get knocked down in recent moments, and that time Dildy turns to go up the field, and he got knocked down. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know if it's a whole lot different than their two being knocked down. Right now we'll just take it and go. Rangers lose control of it just past midfield. Here come the Rattlers. They'll center it. On the run, Phelan. His pass gets deflected. Dildy runs the far sideline. They'll knock it out of play. Rangers haven't had many offensive chances. Have had the ball in front of the net a couple of times, but nothing with a good scenario, as we've played almost half of the first half, and it's a 1-0 lead for Reagan. Smithson Valley will throw in. Lindo loses it. Out, and it'll be a Reagan throw in. Not a good pass in, and now the Rangers get a foot on something. Now Reagan continues to reverse sides. Kike Cantu loses it to Mosley, and it's Ranger throw in. Franz will give it up for Gelson, who will throw it in just past the 25 and throws it right to a Rattler, who heads it forward. Smithson Valley comes up with it, and their defense will take possession. Aiming for Mosley on the near sideline, goes out of play. You see Cantu there, will throw it in. As he continues to inch up, gets rid of it about the 40. The Rattler holds the Ranger off. Now the Rangers get a foot on it, but it's saved back into the mess. Rangers will put a foot to it. And about the 40, there's a couple of each team fighting for it, and I think they lost it out of play. One of the Rangers might have got shook up there. That's Jax Atkins. Jax will limp off. And we'll get a sub for him. Jax finally clears the field. He'll be missed. 4 goals and 13 assists on the season for him. Franz throws it in. Aiming for Polindo. Mosley comes up with it, then loses it. Rangers try to intercept that pass. Rattlers continue to go up the far sideline. The Rattlers knocked it down. I believe that was a handball inside the box, which could lead to a goal kick, or a penalty kick, pardon me. Rangers kind of shrugging their shoulders, not sure what. So here's an opportunity for Reagan to take a 2-0 lead at the 19-minute mark. That's Jason Suckow, 7 goals on the season for him. Hansen in the nets. Suckow, a senior, trying to get the ball just how he wants it. Photographers have time to get in place, so there's that. Here's Suckow with the penalty kick, and he sticks it in the right side of the net, and the Rattlers go up 2-0. 19:16 on your first half clock. And the Rattlers have, I don't want to say commanding, but a pretty good 2-0 lead right here with half the first half gone. See the replay there with Suckow as he approaches it and pushes it to the right. Hansen had a good effort for it, but not in time. So the Rangers get possession for the second time after a Rattler goal. 2-0, Reagan on top. 33-40 on your first goal for the Rattlers, and 19-16 for the second goal. Right now the Rattlers have been just a little more efficient. I think both teams playing with lots of energy and lots of effort, but the Rattlers just have been more efficient on what they've done in front of the net. The long kick by the Rattlers was touched, or by the Rangers was touched last by the Rattlers, so Smithson Valley will have a throw in. Mosley throws it in. Rangers continue to battle. Franz tries to center it. It got deflected. A header towards the goal by Polindo. Now the Rangers try to save it from going up the field by Rattler use. No call as a Ranger gets knocked down. Again, physical is what we've seen here tonight. Rangers take a ball away, try to bring it up the far sideline. Their centering kick won't go as the Rattlers get best to it, and then the Rangers come up with it and lose control. Best thing I can relate a lot of the activity tonight is like a pinball machine. That ball is just bouncing back and forth regularly, with both teams being so efficient at getting to loose balls. Rangers knock this one out of play, and the Rattlers will have a throw in from near the 45, maybe near midfield. They throw over the top. The Rangers behind, and we'll see who comes out with it. Rangers trying to do some work. Mosley tries to center it. Dildy gets it back to the defense. Galson sends it far. Their defense is all over the Rangers right now. Rangers will have a throw in after the ball gets tipped out of play. Dayton Amaya trying for the throw in on the far sideline. Looks like Polindo comes back out. Ball loose. Rangers knock somebody down that time. Xavier Spatansky gets a yellow card for his knocking down of the Rattler player. Dildy's having a conversation right now with the referee, trying to say it's going both ways. You got to do them both sides. I'm just paraphrasing what I think he's saying. He's actually. Smithson Valley's been on a roll, but right now find themselves down 2-0. 16:45 to go, first half. 2-0, Reagan. Centering kick from about the 40. Rattlers try to keep it going. And the pass, which is deflected, I think Phelan had the last foot on it. Hansen comes up with it and then sends it to the far sideline. Slide takes it out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Rangers. This is just an observation, but our throw-ins right now are getting hit by them, where their throw-ins are getting attracted by their players. We're not getting our throw-ins to our players nearly as often as they are, but we get a hold of this one now. Mosley in the middle of the field tries to send it up the field. The Rangers try to keep a hold of it, but the Rattlers deflect it away. Turned by Phelan. He's across the 50 on the move. Gets knocked down. No whistle. As Hansen comes out for it. In the box, he'll send it up. Out towards midfield. Dildy tries to get a hold of it. The ball goes cross field, and the Rangers lose control. They'll go after it. Rattlers back up and send to the near side. Cantu along with Minnick. Minnick has it now, about the 15, sends it back towards net. And again, as I try to figure out which one of the keepers they have in net tonight, could quietly be Sean Mativi, a junior keeper. Betancourt's 0-0. This looks like 0 in the net for them, so we'll keep an eye on that. Looks like we have a free kick from just inside the 30 on the far sideline. Brad Dildy, the senior leading scorer, goes for it with the left foot, angling towards the net, in the front of the net, far side of the net, a header, and then it'll go out of play and belong to Smithson Valley. A throw in from here will be by Sabatini. Throws it in front of the net. Rattlers get a head on it, then try to spin it away, and it'll go out of play on the far sideline, where the Rangers will have another throw in. 2-0 Rattlers. Our throw in is stolen by the Rattlers. They try to spin up the field, and there continues to go up the far sideline. Ball knocked down by Dildy, and now there's a chase to it. The Rattlers get a first foot on it. Mosley sends it back to the sideline. Now back to the defense, as we'll bring it to the near side. Looking for Franz, but they can't connect. It goes out of play and belongs to the Rattlers. Fast and furious we go. 13:30 on a running first half clock. 2-0 Reagan on top of Smithson Valley. 6A quarterfinals. 27-6A against 28-6A. Headers back and forth. Ball near sideline will be awarded to the Rangers. Hayden Everts was in the battle for it. The throw-in will come from Gelson. And right now our Rattler's tying his shoe, so we have a short delay. That looks like Mosley going out. And Jax Atkins has re-entered. Throw intended for Dildy went over his head. The Rangers get a header on it. And near sideline, it goes out of play off Smithson Valley. Cantu will trigger the throw in. Sends it backwards. Pierce Minnick now sends it cross field to Logan Redmond. Rangers get a foot and try to send it back the other way. Try a little probe. Trying to kick ahead for Atkins, but the keeper comes and gets it. Smithson Valley won't have anything on that possession. Again, Cantu plays catch with Minnick. Now Minnick sends it in the air. Aiming for the teammate. That's Suckow. Sends it inside to Herrera. Now far side. Rattlers move on the move. Rangers kick it away. Dildy comes up with it, sends it wide. Up the sideline, the Rangers will try to bring it, but someone comes in behind. Moths, who loses control, tries to get it back. Gets it again, continues to go. Loses balance, kicks it off of Rattler, who sends it ahead to Dildy, does the Ranger. Now Dildy on the move in front of the net, gets knocked down. And they don't say anything. Referee pointed but didn't blow his whistle. Good job that time by Franz taking the ball away. If the Rangers can come up and keep it. The ball comes up the sideline. Plenty of contact that time between Atkins and Cantu. Bar goes out of play off of Reagan. See the replay there. You see Atkins get after it. Get knocked down pretty good by Cantu. On the move, Suckow towards the goal. I believe that's going to be a goal kick for the Rangers to get it out of there. Suckow was on the move, and now, pardon me, that was Herrera on the move up the near sideline. Got all the way into the end zone and tried to center it and had a battle there in his hands. Hansen will put a foot to it. Short because not as much wind. Don't know why it was short, but the Rangers see the Rattlers. And they're going to call a hold, I think, is what he motioned. So the Rangers have a free kick, a penalty free kick out near the 25. Gelson gives way to Franz. Rangers on the far sideline. In the middle of the field. Aiming towards the Rangers on the move, but the Rattlers get there first. Dildy's trying to chase it down. Cantu has it across the numbers on the near sideline. Puts it in front of the net, but Hansen comes up and saves it. Well, he didn't save it, he just grabbed it. Let me correct that. His over-the-top kick this time will bounce. Goes off of Atkins. Now inside the 20. Good save that time by Minnick. We'll see who gets control of it here. They'll give it to the Rangers. That'll be Atkins, who wants to toss it in as the Rangers, someone in the middle of the field who's wide open. They don't see it yet. Rangers take it away from Phelan. Franz is on the numbers near side. Jacks beats a defender, gives it ahead. That's Dildy. Sends it toward the net off of a couple of defenders. Rangers get the kick out, though. Coming up the field is Capitillo, but then over his pass to Moss was stolen, and here come the Rattlers again on the move. Towards the middle of the field, that's Phelan. Kicks it ahead, right into the arms of Hansen. Cole Hansen again right on the spot. They're probing mostly in the middle of the field right now in the closing minutes. 7.5 to go here in the first half. 2-0, Reagan with the lead. They have the ball in front of the net, cleared towards the middle. Franz knocks it down, then gets bumped from behind and loses control. Huerca puts it in the air from the near sideline. The wind kind of knocks it down. Rangers try to clear it, but the Rattlers are right there. Ranger defense really getting the better of that attack, though. And they'll get a throw in from, the Rattlers will get a throw in from the far sideline. Or will the Rangers? I guess the Rangers will. We were just giving it up for the next guy. So the Rangers have the toss in from the far sideline, right around the 30. A lot of back and forth. Rattlers come out with it until the Rangers get a bump. Near sideline it comes. Atkins tries to center it. The kick ahead goes off the Rattlers, I believe. Capetillo's kick. So Atkins comes and tries to, he's going to have a throw in. Franz and their Dominic clear things up, and Franz will have the throw in from right around the, let's see, the 40. Throws it into Dildy. Rattlers knock it out. Another throw in to come. Nice look. We got someone in front of the net running down the field and a tackle inside, and we'll have a penalty kick for the Rangers. That was Polindo, Xavier Polindo, who made a net run, and he got pulled down by the jersey and he got tackled. So it looks like Brad Dildy will take the ball to the 2-yard line where he'll have a penalty kick. See if we can get this deficit down to 1. It's 2-0 right now. Reagan on top. Smithson Valley trying to put that lead in half. Dildy puts it in the net. And Smithson Valley gets its first goal. 5:19 on your first half clock. Dildy with his 43rd goal of the season. For Suckow earlier, that was his 8th goal. And Tenorio, the first goal for them was his 21st goal. And there you see the replay as the left-footed Dilty goes the far pole as the keeper dove near. Smithson Valley will clear it from the near sideline as we go under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Suckow tried to receive a pass to go towards the net, but the Rangers' defense was there. Minnick clears it to the far side. Rangers continue to chase. The goal has given us a little more energy, I think. See if we can close the half out with nothing worse than a 1-point lead. It's 2-1 right now. 2 Reagan goals and then a Smithson Valley goal. Dildy tried to take it past a defender. Good job that time by Phelan. I believe knocked it off of Dildy out of play. In any event, Reagan has control far sideline. But when someone has control, you know that's just as soon as I say it, they can lose control. Atkins tries to center it to Franz. On the move is Capitello. He sends it wide. on the move with two defenders chasing him. They'll knock it out of play, knock it off the foot of, or knock it away from Dayton Amaya. Amaya will toss it in. A kick towards the middle of the goal, too far as it gets carried away. Rangers fight for it on the near side. And the Rattlers will kick it out of play, so the Rangers will have a throw in on the near sideline. Good work by Jacks. Good work by the Reagan player as well. That was Cantu, I believe. Dildy had a spin but lost control. Ball cleared. Rangers will track it down. Near sideline with it is Everts. That'll be Reagan ball at about the 40, I guess. It'll just be a free kick from the 43-yard line. Clock goes under 3 minutes to play. Suckow's kick gets pushed down by the wind. Rangers try to run out with it. And they might have it. Far side. All the way to the sideline. Pass ahead. That's Jack. Sends it off of a Rattler, but the keeper comes up with it. Good work by Palindo, and then Dildy. Pass to Jacks. Just couldn't control. The kick ahead. Finally saved by Everts. Dilty comes up with it. Dildy spins at about the 40. Sends it ahead. Their defense knocks it down. Rangers follow. Franz on the move, loses control. Rattlers try to turn, stolen by the Rangers, but then picked up by the Rattlers. Now they want to move. Phelan in the middle of the field sends it far side. Near the sideline, going one-on-one. Defense knocks his pass down and centers it out. Towards the sideline, we come up with it. Looked like it was stolen. Now a kick towards the sideline. The Rattlers control it at about the 10. Center kick, Hansen goes back, knocks it over the net. That ball had eyes on the net. Cole Hansen did a great job of saving it as it goes all the way to the far track. I'll have to get another ball. It'll be a corner kick for the Rattlers as he did a good job of saving that one. So that's Suckow. We're going to do the corner kick for Reagan High School. Corner kick arches towards the net. Henson comes up, and I don't think it touched anybody. So it'll be a goal kick for Cole Hansen. Under a minute to go, under 30 seconds to go. 2-1, Rattlers on top. Goals in the first half of the first half by the Rattlers. Smithson Valley answered just past 5 minutes left. On the move, Everts comes up with it, then loses it. Clock will go under 5 seconds to go, and it'll go out of play, and that'll be the end of the half. So, with one half of the Class 6A playoff quarterfinal match in the book, it's Reagan Rattlers 2, Smithson Valley 1. We're at halftime. We'll be back after this timeout.
I remember stories of when it was time for recess. He would be the first one out the door for recess. And he was out there, he would be out there in the middle of the kids, playing with the kids like a big kid.
And yet he was very strict with them in education, you know, everybody, but I don't know if nobody ever told me that they didn't like my dad.
I can see why everybody would like him in the Kamau School District, because he liked everybody. I don't think he ever met anybody that he disliked.
It was like he was fair, he was interested, and you knew that he cared about you. You knew that, he wanted you to succeed.
He wanted everybody to have fun and be happy, and that came from just a sense of caring about everyone. He had a big heart, and he loved everybody.
Education was a primary objective of Uncle Orland and his brothers that were school teachers.
He wanted everyone to have the best education possible, to the extent that he would drive every morning and every evening to every child's house, put them in the vehicle, get them to school, get them home safely, to ensure that they had the best education that they could get.
Bus drivers, we appreciate you and everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you, bus drivers. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Woo!
Well, hello, I'm Chef Mario, and I wanted to welcome you to the reading of The Wild Robot. I'm hoping that you'll be taking time to enjoy this book, both at home and with your family. It's a fun reading, have some fun time, and now we're going to begin reading from chapter 1, okay? Here we go. It starts off with the ocean. Our story begins in the ocean with wind and rain and thunder and lightning and waves, and a hurricane roared and raged through the night. In the middle of the chaos, a cargo ship was sinking. Down, 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 down to the ocean floor. The ship left hundreds of crates floating on the surface, but as the hurricane thrashed and it swirled and it knocked them around, the crates also began sinking into the depths. One after another, they were all swallowed up by the waves. Only 5 crates remained. Okay, lástima, just 5. Okay. By morning, the hurricane was gone. There were no clouds, no ships, no landing, no nada in sight, nothing. There was only the calm water and clear skies. And those 5 crates, they were lazily bobbing along on ocean current. Days passed. and then a smudge of green appeared on the horizon. As the crates drifted closer, the soft green shapes slowly sharpened into the hard edges of a wild, rocky island. The first crate rode to shore on a tumbling, rumbling wave and then crashed against the rocks with such force that the whole thing just burst apart. Yeah, burst apart. Now, reader, what I haven't mentioned in the tightly packed inside each crate was a brand new robot. Okay? The cargo ship had been transporting hundreds of them before it was swept up in the storm. Now only cinco robots were left. Actually, only 4 were left because when the first crate crashed against rocks, the robot inside shattered to pieces. All right. Well, the same thing happened to the next crate. It crashed against the rocks, and the robot parts flew everywhere. Then it happened to the next crate, and the next crate, and the next crate. And the robot's limbs and torsos were flung into the ledges. A robot head splashed into the tide pool, and a robot foot skittered into the waves. And then came the last crate. It followed the same path as the others, but instead of crashing against the rocks, it sloshed against the remains of the first 4 crates. Remember, there was 5. Okay. Soon, more waves were heaving it up to the water. It soared through the air, spinning and glistening until it slammed down onto the tall shelf of rock. The crate was cracked. Well, it was crumpled, but the robot inside was safe. Yoo-hoo! Okay, now comes chapter numero 2, the otters. The island's northern shore had become something of a robot gravesite. Qué triste, right? Sad. Scattered across the rocks were the broken bodies of 4 dead robots. Ooh, pobrecitos. They sparkled in the early morning light, and their sparkles caught the attention of some serious and very curious creatures. A gang of sea otters was romping through the shallows when one of them noticed the sparkling objects. The otters all froze. Yeah. They raised their noses to the wind, and they smelled only the sea. So they cautiously crept over the rocks to take a closer look. Like that. Anyway, the gang slowly approached the robot torso. The highest, no, not the highest, the biggest. The biggest otter, yeah, the biggest one. The biggest otter stuck out his paw. He swatted the heavy thing and quickly jumped back. Uy, cucuy, he said. But, cucuy, scared. But nothing happened. So they wiggled over to a robot hand. Another brave otter stuck out her paw and flipped the hand over. It made a lovely clinking sound on the rocks, and the otter squeaked with delight. They spread out and played with robot arms and legs and feet. More hands were flipped. One of the otters discovered a robot head in a tide pool, and they all dove in and took turns rolling it along the bottom. And then they spotted something else. Overlooking the gravesite was one surviving crate, solo uno. Its sides were scraped and dented, and a wide gash ran across the top. The otters scampered up the rocks and climbed onto the big box. 10 furry faces poked through the gash, eager to see what was inside. What they saw was another brand new robot. But this robot was a little different from the others.
Why is there different colors?
Pay attention. It was still in one piece. It wasn't broken. And it was surrounded by spongy packing foam. The otters reached through the gash and tore at the foam. It was so soft and squishy, they squeaked as they snatched at the fluffy stuff. Shreds of it floated away on the sea breeze. And in all the excitement, one of their paws accidentally slapped an important little button on the back of the robot's head. Click! Well, it took...
And we're back to Piper High School for the 6A quarterfinal between Reagan's Rattlers and Smithson Valley's Rangers. Right now, the Rattlers have a 2-1 lead as we start the second half. Rangers with the ball. Dildy sends a long pass near sideline and out of play. in the first 10 seconds of the second half. Rattlers will have a throw in from around the 25. Toss comes past midfield. Rangers do a nice job of getting it. Well, just as soon as they do, the Rattlers come back with it. And Dildy comes and takes it away, sends it ahead to a running Ranger, who then loses it. So as we've talked about, it's been a physical match and very hectic, as I alluded to in the first half, almost like a pinball machine sometime, with that ball just bouncing back and forth as players continue to battle like it's win or go home, because it is win or go home here in the quarterfinals. The regional quarterfinals, let me be clear about that. Rangers try to clear it out of trouble. Near sideline. Dildy in the middle. Tries to send it cross field again, and in between two Rangers, it gets taken away. In front of the net, inside the 10. Here comes a good save by the Ranger defense. Good job by Dayton Amaya. It'll be a corner kick for the Rattlers, but that one, Hansen probably would have saved it, but Amaya didn't want to take any chances. So a corner kick for the Rattlers. Nearing 2 minutes in. Corner kick, high arching in front of the net, doesn't touch anyone and goes out of play. That'll be a goal kick. Rangers out of the north goal this half. Rattlers covering the south goal as we play here 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the second half. Hansen's kick. Low line drive. Palindo tried to send it ahead, has a runner. Rattlers will kick it out of play. Contact there. Ryan Longenbach. Throw comes in from the sideline. Ryan can't get a hold of it, and the Rattlers will send it out of play. This time it will belong to the Rattlers. Must have gone off a Ranger's leg. Pablo Cantu will toss it in. They'll bring him back a little bit, somewhere near the 10. His toss right to the Rangers. Capetillo centers it to the middle, but then the Rattlers come up with it. The long kick ahead. Back and forth it goes. Now the Rattlers send a high hopping kick that Hansen will field just outside the end zone. Spins it on the ground ahead to Gelson. Eamon ahead for another Ranger, who then saves it just inside the sideline. Rangers coming up the sideline, stolen by the Rattlers, who go on the run right away inside the 10, inside the 5. Kick towards the net, saved by Hansen. And players topple over one another towards the net, and it looks like a Ranger still down. That was Amaya. He gets up quickly, and he's back on his feet. You see the shot now on replay. Good looking kick. Hansen saved it at the last minute. It might have caught that near goal post. And then you see all the players topple over. It's a corner kick, as that is one of their starters, Kike Cantu, a senior number 1 who's hobbled off in the midst of all that happened there in front of the net. We didn't even notice they had a player that was shaken up. They'll take him over to the sideline bench. Subs and everything have to happen, and finally I think everyone's back in place now. Corner kick will come from Jason Suckow. Right-footed kick just taps it in play. Now gets it back, sends a kick towards goal, high and arching and over everything. That one kicked about 20 yards too far. Stronger right foot than he knew. So it'll be a goal kick by Hansen. He waves everybody ahead and says he wants to kick it far. And he does, aiming towards the center of the field. Hit first by the Rattlers, then by the Rangers. A couple of kicks here and there. Now they work with it. Near sideline, stolen. Good job by the Rangers there coming up with it. And then a shove down. You see good work by Amaya there, and then he just gives him an extra shove and then holds his hands like what did I do? Kick towards the net. Deflected by the Rattlers. Kicked out of play by Reagan High School. Rangers will throw it in. Amaya tosses it. Gets it back. Tries to take it towards the end line, then tries to save it. Does. Left foots it toward the middle, but that's knocked away by the Rattlers. Rangers head it towards the middle. Rattlers get a deflection, and then the Rangers with Franz have it on the sideline. Lots of hand checking and everything, and Jax Atkins was working his tail off there and found himself in I won't call it a fist fight, but it's a shoving fight between the two. Rangers will have a kick from just outside the 20. The left-footed boot aims toward the goal, and Rangers saying the Rattlers hit it. That's what the referee says. So will it be a goal kick, or what do we got here? That has to be the logical thing. Be a goal kick from the far end zone. Right-footed kick of Capitillo goes towards the middle of the net, but's headed out. And here come the Rattlers on the run. Across the 30, a pass ahead's deflected, lost. We tried to deflect it, now we do. We come up with it. That is Colton Sabatini who knocks it out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. He got it up in the air, and the wind took it towards the goal. He was trying to kick it out the far side, and the wind took it towards the goal. The end line, I should say, and it'll be a goal kick for Reagan High School. Cole Hansen in the net along with several Rangers. Left-footed kick bends towards the net off of, we'll see. Guess it'll be a throw in by the Rattlers. Throw in comes towards the net. We'll see who gets ahead on it first. The Rangers do. They kick it out. The Rattlers try to control. Suckow sends it back towards the middle. Hansen goes and gets it. He gets knocked off his feet. Sends it in the air, midfield area. And that'll be a Reagan throw-in from inside midfield. Inside the 40 before he releases it. Rangers try to pop it up, get it out of the way, and Rattlers maintain possession. They send it back. Suckow looked like he might have been offsides. Their pass will go past the end line, so it'll be a goal kick for the Rangers. Looking for a ball. They finally come up with one. Again, we're at Piper High School, the new high school in the Comel ISD district. Reagan the opponent, Smithson Valley the home team here on the Ranger Network. Rangers fighting for everything, the Rattlers doing the same. Right now their offense has been just a tad better than ours. Good job by the defense that time to knock it away, but the Rattlers are there to pursue it again. On the move is Hillard. Sends it to the middle. A bump. A lost ball. They center it back. Dominich was in the middle earlier, and there's a shot that goes wide, and it'll be another goal kick for the Rangers. We played just over 10 minutes of the second half. Still 2-1, Reagan on top. Hansen again with another goal kick. This one in the air past midfield. Reagan knocks it out of play. Looks like Amaya will toss it in. Looking for someone to throw to. Reagan knocks it out of play again. Now they say it went off the Rangers. Polendo was trying to box out his player and ends up, they say it goes off of him. Rangers send it across midfield, but the Rattlers come up with it. They send it back. Smithson Valley defense then pops it into an open area that they beat us to. Now we get a hold of it. They'll send the ball up the far sideline and they'll knock it out of play, as the Rangers were chasing it but couldn't get to it, so we'll have a throw in. Looks like Franz will toss it in. See the coaches directing the players a little bit here and there. Rattlers will kick it out again, so the throw in this time will be near the 25 by Franz. And we'll have some subs for the Rangers. Franz on the far sideline inside the 15, kicks it towards the net. A little too high, probably 2 or 3 yards high. That one could have given them some trouble. Nice try by senior Alex Franz. 7 goals on the season, trying for his 8th as we go under 27 minutes to play here in the second half. 2-1, Reagan on top. Their goalkeeper is Sean Mativi. His goal kick down the way. Their throw in from around the 40. Rangers on top of it. Ball loose. Dildy centers it ahead. Franz kicks it ahead. Rattlers try to get. That's Dildy on the move. Tried to pass it to Franz, but goes off his. Actually, it wasn't Franz, it was Moths. And Moths couldn't handle the pass. Rangers had some numbers going up the field, just couldn't handle it. Rattlers bring it up near sideline. Quick feet, quick turn. Herrera. The Rattlers send it out of play as it got inside the end zone. They'll toss it in just inside the 10. Just inside the 5, pardon me. Rangers try to save it. Good job that time by Moths. Sends it towards the middle, but too far out of the reach of another Ranger. And the Rattlers will take it near sideline. Rangers will get this throw in. Amaya. That's Mosley. Capitillo. Now we kick it ahead, but just too much air under it, and it'll go out of play. And be a goal kick for the Rattlers. Looking that time for Michael Moths again. Senior forward. Back in a hurry. Here come the Rattlers. They get a shot on goal that misses wide left. But that was in a hurry from a goal kick by them. A referee talking with Colton Sabatini right now. As they wind the clock again, under 24 minutes to play. Rangers don't seem to be as crisp right now as we've seen them during the course of the game. Kind of some lazy passes, maybe fatigue for both teams as the Rattlers are doing the same thing. They run down this errant pass, kick it ahead, looking for help with two Rangers on him. There'll be a Rattler throw in. Mosley working. Pablo Cantu trying to wrap him up to get the ball away. His throw in from the sidelines, kicked out by the Rangers. Rattlers right back on it, then lose control of it. Mosley will throw it in. Intended for Moth, stolen away. And then they lose it on the sideline. So near the 25, the Rangers will have a throw in, it looks like. Or the Rattlers will. Like I said, now the Rangers will. Mosley comes up. Now, pardon me, that's Amaya. Rangers trying to create some offense, just really struggling to get so. Mosley does a nice spin move, then centers it for a pass for a running Ranger. Circles out, gets the ball, gets bumped, keeps the ball. Centers it towards the middle. Now to the near side. Capitillo sends it, and the goalkeeper comes up. Atkins on the move towards it. No such luck. So a goal kick by Mativa. And here come the Rattlers. Far sideline. Defense in place. They're just shifty, and they continue to move the ball. Cantu takes it. And he gets knocked down by Capitillo. Looks like a blocking foul. As we get ready for the kick, they'll bend it. Rangers get ahead on it. then knock it down, and then kick it out. Rangers continue to work. Mosley got grabbed again. And a yellow card for Pablo Cantu. He'll go to the sideline. As they'll sub a couple of players. Dominic seems to be coming in. And Sebastian Camelo also seems to be coming in. Kick ahead, goes wide. So it'll be Rattler ball with a throw in near the 25 or 30. So we near the midway point of the second half. No score in the second half. Still 2-1 Reagan on top. The throw in. Deflected away by the Rangers. Good spin move. Now a pass ahead. Dildy's being shadowed near the 10. Tries to turn. Kicks it to the middle. Rattlers knock it away. Up with the loose ball is Amaya. Beats his man. Heads towards the box. Has a centering kick that gets deflected away. Didn't get enough on it really to have a chance. A lot of contact. And the Rangers kick it out of play on the near sideline. The wind still blowing enough to knock down some balls. There you saw by now kick steal. And then Franz got knocked down. You see the Ranger faithful there. Good crowd tonight here at Piper High School. Pass in, taken away by Amaya. Tries to center it. Now to Franz on the move. Has another Ranger. His kick gets popped up off a defender. Moths fights for it, but the Rattlers kick it out. Sabatini wants to send it. Mosley got a foot on it or a head on it, and then it gets spun back. Sabatini heads it. Dildy goes after it, gets it knocked away. And we have a whistle. Giving the ball to Reagan. Dildy's saying he got hit, and our referee has none of it. Brad fighting for everything he can. Rattlers stay down. 17.5 minutes to go. 2-1, Reagan on top. Here's a kick with the wind all the way through. It'll be a goal kick for Smithson Valley. And I believe we have some more subs. That's Xavier Polindo back in the game for Moths. Hansen's kick goes back and forth. A lot of contact. It's Reagan ball. Brad again turns away from the referee with his head down, not satisfied with the answers he's getting. But the Rattlers this time will have the ball. Looks like at the 47. They'll send it near side. Pablo Cantu's back in the match, sends it towards the net on the run. Hansen comes up and saves it. Waits for his team to get up the field, then free kicks it, goal kicks it out towards midfield. They try some fancy footwork and get a man on the loose. Cantu, nice job by the defense to knock it away, but another one of their players comes up with it and they stick it in the goal. Goodness. On a rebound pass that clicked from left to right on the field, and they score another goal. As they run all the way to their fans in the stands. So many players hugging, I'm not sure who kicked it. Do we have a replay? There it is. That is Andre Huerca, his 7th goal of the season. 15:44, second half. Huerca, 7th goal. 3-1 Reagan on top. Rangers have some work to do with 15:44 to go. Down 2 goals again, like they were in the first half. Rangers put it in play. Pass ahead deflected by a defender. This one's not, but it's popped up into the defense. Rangers get ahead on it. So do the Rattlers. They cross midfield with the ball. Cantu has it, and I think he put a hand on it. In any event, the Rangers will have a free kick from the 43. Mosley sends it. Their keeper comes out and gets it before the Rangers could get there. Mosley got into it again that time with Pablo Cantu. Ball sent ahead. The Rangers going for it. They finally get it. Franz. Both teams shoving and pushing a lot. This is getting dangerously chippy, if you will. Both teams getting way more physical than I think either one of the officials, any one of the 3 officials, wants them to be. But there's nothing being done to stop it. Now we got a sub coming in. Referee talking with some of the Reagan players right now. He's going to sub out. That is Aiden Phelan. Apparently he has a bloody nose or something like it. So they're subbing him out. He and Huerca. In any event, when we get back to action, it'll be a Reagan throw-in from the near sideline. Reagan runs towards the goal again, and the Ranger defense just there in the nick of time. You sense that Reagan's starting to feel like they've got this one with just over 13 minutes to go. We've got some more play. The Rangers have to mount an attack, and right now they haven't been. Rangers working the far sideline. Rattlers send it back. Ball loose for the Rattlers. Just outside the numbers on the near side. The kick ahead, a pass stolen on a slide tackle. Up the near sideline, but the Rattlers are there first. Rangers take it away for the moment. There's Dildy in the middle of the field. Sends it to a runner who's Jax Atkins. And the Rattlers send it wide. They'll send it back in and have the ball near the 20. Franz works towards the net. We'll have a goal kick as the Rattlers kick it out of play. That was Franz on the move on the far side. Just under 12 minutes to go. A corner kick for the Rangers. They get it in play. Franz towards the near post. Saved by Mativi, pardon me. Ball goes off. A Ranger kicked it off the face of a Rattler, it looked like. Now Hansen has a goal kick. Down 3-1. Rangers need some offense. Goal kick sails out of play. As you see the kick that time, it's right off the face of the Rattler. Reagan ready to, after another sub by them, Reagan will toss it in from near midfield. Rangers kick it out of play again. And again, the Rattlers will toss it in. And they kick it out of play, so it'll be Ranger ball. Amaya sends it ahead. The kick ahead. Trying to find someone on the move. Dildy came up to it but couldn't get to it, and the Rangers will have a throw in from inside the 40. And we can't control the throw in right away, so it gets loose. The Rattlers bring it up the near sideline. Rangers knock it away. Rattlers will throw it in. Under 10 minutes to play. 3-1 Reagan on top. Regional quarterfinals, Class 6A here at Piper High School. More subs. As Suckow comes in after a blow. Rattlers control it from near side to far side. Rattlers will throw it in. Rangers get a play on it. Rattlers get it back. Rangers just deflecting a ton of passes. They just can't control it like they usually have been able to. And it'll be a throw in for the Rangers just outside the 30. Rangers with some subs. Bring it in. And we'll have another throw in. Mosley throws it beyond his offensive player, but the ball comes back. And the Rangers Sends it towards Moths on the near sideline, but he can't control it. It's out of play for Reagan. Another sub. One of those soccer things you do when time's running down to keep the clock rolling while there's really a pause. The clock runs as you bring a sub in and send a sub out. The throw in. Controlled by the Rattlers, but Cole Hansen will come up with it. Into the wind, gets it to midfield. Give and go, then a pivot. Rangers knock it away and then kick it away. Throw in is battled. Rangers try to clear it. Rattlers then kick it out of play for a goal kick for Smithson Valley. Clock now runs under 7 minutes to play. 2 goals down. The Rangers have some work to do. Got to get the first one before you can get the second one, but you got to get the ball on the offensive side with some control. Good kick ahead. The physical play continues. Swing and a miss. And the Rattlers, good slide tackle. Ball popped up, controlled by Cantu. Goes on the move. Rangers send it back and out of play near sideline. Looking for Moss, just too far. The Rattlers 18-3-3 coming in. The Rangers 22-2-1 coming in. Both winners of their respective district. Both meeting in the regional quarterfinals here at Piper High School, part of Comel ISD. Hansen will come up and get the pop up. Slides it on the ground. Mosley gets it taken away from him. Reagan doing a good job of playing keep away for the most part and being very methodical with it. Be Ranger throw in. Two teams playing. Del Rio, the Rams, and Laredo Alexander Bulldogs is who the winner of this match will get in the next round, which would be the regional semifinals. Rangers do a nice job of kicking it away, but it's still Rattler ball. Game clock goes under 4.5 minutes to play. They take their time throwing it in. Finally do. Rangers try to clear it. On the run. Stolen. Atkins had it. Taken away by the Rattlers. Rangers fight for it again. Try to move the ball, but they have to be in a hurry. We go under 4 minutes to play. Rangers need a goal. Centering pass just off the mark. A Phil player, Franz, comes in, goes towards the goal. It'll be a Ranger throw in from probably somewhere in the end zone. Rattlers seem to have been just a step quicker on almost every situation tonight. Thus their lead of 3-1. Dildy gives it a kick from the 25-yard line, pardon me, and the Rattlers clear it. It'll go out beyond midfield, and it'll be a Ranger throw-in. Looks like the Rattlers knock that one out, and they get the throw-in, so we'll see. We go under 3 minutes to play. Rangers still down 3-1. Rattlers on the move, a spin move, and a kick towards the goal is too tall. Good job by the Rattlers of making a play and having a chance. On the move was Mateo Dominic, and his kick just too high. Hansen read the right foot, but he couldn't get to it because it was too high, and that'll be a Ranger throw-in as we go under 2.5 minutes. The Rangers still battling, but just not having a whole lot of luck. Hansen gets it. We'll bring it up and send it. Rattlers knock it down and control it around the 40. Trying to save a pass from going out. Rangers come up with it. They'll have to throw it in because it did cross the line. Under 2 minutes to play. 3-1 Rattlers. Looks like Reagan will advance and play in the regional semifinals against a school from Del Rio who's playing a team from Laredo. The Rams from Del Rio, Bulldogs of Laredo Alexander. Rangers in front of the net have a chance. Cleared initially by the Rattlers. Take it across midfield. Greg Gelson battling. He'll do the toss. Throws it in, and the Rangers try to bring it up the floor, up the field. Under a minute to play. Reagan leads it 3-1 and will advance to the Class 6A regional semifinals. Ball goes out of play near side, but not enough time to do anything at this point. Rangers will still try, though, as they move the ball up the field. Dildy sends a seeking pass that their defense gets a hold of. The throw in from Sabatini. Kicked out of play. Whistle and a stoppage. The Rangers will have a penalty kick from, looks like the ball's at the 8-yard line. Brad Dildy try to bend one towards the net. Whistle will start the clock with 23 seconds to go. Dildy's pass in the midst, just beyond the far pole. And Reagan will win this one, as they'll have a goal kick and time will run out as they do. Reagan will come through with the win as they win the Class 6A regional quarterfinal over Smithson Valley by the score of 3-1 here at Piper Stadium, Warrior Stadium at Piper High School here on Friday, April 1st. Reagan advances. Find in the UIL playoffs whether they'll play Laredo or Del Rio as the Rattlers continue to celebrate their win. Both teams giving good sportsmanship hugs back and forth as the Rangers season ends at 22-3-1 in the regional quarterfinals. Congratulations to head coach Eric Nichols, Nathan Nunley, Catherine Gola, staff and all the players of Rangers varsity soccer. On the boys' side, the girls lost Tuesday against Westlake in that playoff game up there, the second-round game. Tonight, the boys lose to Reagan 3-1 here at Piper High School. So for everyone, our credit to JJ and Jenna on some great camera work tonight. And for everyone with Wick Productions, this is Tony Brubaker saying goodnight and God bless. That's it for the Ranger Network as the Rangers lose to the Rattlers of Reagan High by the score of 3-1. Good night, everyone.